So in this part of the series, you are going to look at comparison operators. So I'm going to create a program and I'll call this comparison.py. So for comparison.py, we are going to compare two values or two statements one way or the other. And the way we do that is to use the greater than symbol. So this is actually the less than. We have the greater than. We have the less than or equal to. We have the greater than or equal to. Then we also have the equal to, as we see over here. Then last but not the least, we have the not equal to. So let's say we have x, variable x, which has a value of 10, and we have y has a value of 5, and we have z has a value of 10. Now what we can do as far as these comparison operators is concerned is to actually compare these values and see if let's say x is greater than y and things of that sort. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to print and I'm going to check x is less than y. So now if I should run this program, clearly what we are trying to implement is we want to check is 10. Okay, x is storing a value of 10. Is 10 less than y? If it is less than y, then it should print the output of this particular program is going to be a Boolean output. So it's either going to be a true or false. So if x is less than y, it should print true. But then if x is not less than y, it should print false. And clearly, as we see over here, the x we have over here is 10 and the y is 5. So if we are to run this program, we are going to see false as we see over here. Now let me comment this one out and check out for the other operators as well. So let's do, we want to print x greater than y. So once again, we are checking, is x greater than y? Okay, so we are using the comparison operators. Okay, so we are comparing these two values over here. So is 10 greater than 5 as we see over here, and clearly it is true. So once again, let me clear this up and run this program, and we are going to see that yes, it is true. 10 is greater than 5. So that's with a greater than or less than. Now let's see something with a greater than or equal to. So let's say we have x greater than or equal to, and let's say y. So over here we are checking if x is greater than or equal to y. So once again, let me clear this one up and let's print this. So we are going to see true because indeed 10 is greater than or equal to 5 as we see over here. Now let me change this to z. So we are asking, is 10 greater than or equal to z, which is 10? Okay, so if we should print this one out once again, we are going to see true because indeed 10 is greater than or equal to 10. Okay, now let me once again comment this one out and look at the other comparison operators we have over here. So let's say we have print, and let's try and check y, either y is less than or equal to x. So if we are to print this one out, once again, let me clear this. We are checking, is y, the value of y, which is 5, is it less than or equal to x? Well, I think it is true because 5 is actually less than or equal to 10. So if we are to print this one out, we are going to see true over here. If it is x less than or equal to y, what we have over here is going to give us a value of false because this x we have over here, which is 10, okay, it is not less than or equal to y. So this, if we should print this one out, we are going to get false over here. Now let's look at perhaps one of the most interesting ones we see over here, and that's a double equal to sign. So we can have something like x and let's say z. Now this double equal to sign is the comparison operator. Okay, so what the comparison operator does is we are checking if the value we have in x, which is 10, is it equal to the value we have in z, which is also 10. Now clearly this is a double equal to sign, and what we have over here is a single equal to sign. Now this single equal to sign is what we refer to as the assignment operator. So what is happening on line 4 is actually we are assigning this value, which is 10, to the variable z. This single equal to sign is not functioning the same as this double equal to sign. This double equal to sign is actually comparing these two values. Okay, so if I'm to clear this up and run this program, we are going to see that yes, x is indeed equal to z because x is 10 and z is also 10. Now let me try and change this one to, let's say, y. And if you are to print this one out, we are going to get a value of false over here because x is not equal to y. And as you can see, 10 is not equal to 5. So now let me comment this one out. And let's look at the last one over here. And this one we see over here is more or less the inverse of this, or the opposite of this, as you see. So now let's see this. We have print, and inside this, let's say we have x, and we do not equal to y. So this is also going to return a Boolean value of either true or false, depending on the kind of comparison we are making over here. So it is asking, is x, which is 10, is it not equal to y? Okay, and clearly you can see that yes, x is not equal to y, 10 is not equal to 5. So if you should print this one out, we are going to see a value of true. Okay, now if we should change this one to z, as we have over here, and let me clear this one once again and try and analyze this. Okay, so intuitively we are asking ourselves, is x not equal to z? Okay, x is actually equal to z, but then we are saying that x is not equal to z. So if you should print this one out, we are going to return a value of false. And this is basically the comparison operators you'll be dealing with as far as Python is concerned.